Hello.
So here comes Bo Nix. He is now an Oregon Duck.
Are you kidding me? Bo Nix, 80 yards!
He eats, sleeps, breathes, drinks football.
They called him boring, safe, just another system quarterback. A five-star recruit who never quite delivered. A legacy kid riding his father's name. A quarterback who started as a freshman in the SEC, but never became the star they expected. At Auburn, he was electric one moment, chaotic the next. The media said he was too emotional. The fans called him unreliable. Scouts labeled him mechanical, uninspiring, forgettable. Bo Nix became a name people stopped believing in. But while the spotlight moved on, Bo didn't. He got back to work, quietly, relentlessly. He left the South, left the noise, transferred to Oregon and rebuilt himself from the ground up. New coaches, new system, same old doubts. And then, something changed. The stats went from average to elite. The mistakes disappeared. His footwork tightened. His confidence grew. He wasn't yelling. He wasn't celebrating. He was just executing. By the end of 2023, Bo Nix, yes, the so-called safe quarterback, had the highest completion rate in the country, 45 total touchdowns, and more control over the field than almost anyone in college football. He didn't prove the doubters wrong with flash. He did it with precision, discipline, and ice in his veins. Bo Nix didn't just survive the noise. He became lethal in silence. Bo Nix wasn't just a recruit. He was Auburn's recruit, a five-star quarterback, the #1 dual-threat QB in the nation, the son of Auburn legend Patrick Nix. From the moment he signed, the expectations weren't just high, they were generational. And Nix didn't wait in the wings. No redshirt, no learning curve. He was named the starter as a true freshman in 2019, something almost unheard of in the SEC, and in his very first game, on a national stage against #11 Oregon, he led a stunning last-minute comeback. It felt like a fairy tale. The legacy son is writing his own legend. But what followed wasn't dominance, it was turbulence. Bo had the tools, mobility, toughness, a big arm. But week after week, the performance swung like a pendulum. In one series, he'd make a throw that reminded everyone why he was a five-star. The next, he'd roll out under pressure, eyes downfield, and airmail the target. Over 3 seasons at Auburn, he showed flashes of brilliance, wins over Oregon, Alabama, and LSU, but couldn't find consistency. Critics said he was too emotional, too reactive. He played behind a shaky offensive line, often forced to improvise, but the perception grew. He was talented, yes, but undisciplined, unreliable. By the end of his junior year, the whispers had become something worse, silence. The football world had moved on. Bo Nix, they said, he's just not who we thought he was. When Bo Nix announced he was transferring to Oregon in 2022, most people didn't see it as a rebirth. They saw it as a quiet exit, a final act, a once-hyped SEC quarterback leaving the pressure cooker for a softer landing in the Pac-12. But Bo didn't see it that way. For him, it wasn't a retreat. It was a reset, a chance to rebuild, not just his game, but his identity. In Eugene, he reunited with offensive coordinator Kenny Dillingham, the same coach who had once recruited him at Auburn. And under Dillingham, something clicked. The chaos that had defined him for 3 seasons began to fade. He stayed in the pocket longer. His footwork, once erratic, became sharp and steady. His decisions got faster, cleaner, and more confident. The Bo Nix who once played with too much heart and not enough control had finally found balance. And the results? They were undeniable. 29 passing touchdowns, 7 interceptions, a stunning 71.9% completion rate. Suddenly, the narrative started to change. The same analysts who once labeled him inconsistent now called him surgical. And for the first time in his college career, Bo Nix wasn't just surviving games, he was orchestrating them, and quietly, powerfully. People began to say the one thing that once felt impossible: Bo Nix looks calm. By 2023, Bo Nix wasn't just better, he was transformed. The raw talent that once came in bursts had become fully refined. He didn't just lead Oregon's offense, he mastered it. Week after week, Nix operated with an almost machine-like efficiency, calm under pressure, calculated in the chaos. And the numbers? They weren't just good. They were historically elite. Completion percentage, 77.4%, the highest in the entire FBS total touchdowns, 45 interceptions, just 3 across more than 450 pass attempts. Passer rating, among the top in the country, rivaling the best seasons ever recorded by a Pac-12 quarterback. But these weren't empty stats padded against soft defenses. Bo Nix was playing in real moments, against ranked teams, under pressure, in prime time, and he was dominant. He read blitzes before they arrived. He extended plays with his legs but never forced the ball. He dropped dimes on the run, off-platform, through tight windows, and he did it all with a quiet intensity. No chest beating, no finger pointing, just execution. While headlines went to flashier names, Bo Nix kept showing up, carving defenses apart with a surgeon's precision. Not a gunslinger, not a game manager, but something in between. A silent assassin, driving the knife in slowly, cleanly without a sound. In 2023, Oregon didn't just need a quarterback. They needed a leader, a steady hand amid the storm, a battlefield commander who could turn chaos into calculated precision. And Bo Nix delivered, relentlessly, week after week, under the fiercest spotlight, against some of the nation's toughest defenses. He didn't just play, he commanded, he controlled, he conquered. Take the showdown against Utah, a program famed for its brutal trenches and ironclad defensive discipline. Bo Nix didn't just play well, he dismantled them. On hostile ground, Oregon blew past Utah 35-6, handing the Utes their first home loss in 18 games. Bo was calm, efficient, ruthless. Every throw was deliberate, every decision surgical. The kind of performance that sends a message loud and clear: this team has a leader. Then came the ultimate proving ground, the revenge game against USC, a high-stakes shootout headlined by Caleb Williams, the reigning Heisman Trophy winner and one of college football's brightest stars. But on that night, Bo Nix wasn't just a competitor, he was the master of the moment. He outdueled Caleb, not with flashy scrambles or wild improvisations, but with ice-cold control, unwavering poise, and flawless execution. He looked sharper, steadier, and more mature. It was a victory not only on the scoreboard, but also in the battle of wills. These weren't just great games, they were statement games. Games where true legends aren't defined by highlight reels or flashy stats, but by what they do when the pressure mounts, on 3rd and 9, with the clock bleeding out, in hostile territory. And every single time, Bo Nix showed the same undeniable truth. Steady hands that refuse to tremble, sharp eyes that read defenses like an open book, total command of the offense, and the moment the label game manager was never a limitation. It was a challenge, and Bo didn't just rise to it. He torched it. On national television, one perfect throw at a time. Bo Nix didn't just meet expectations, he shattered them. He became the leader Oregon needed and the quarterback the nation couldn't ignore. By April 2024, the story had come full circle, an epic tale of redemption, resilience, and relentless grit. Bo Nix, the same quarterback once written off as a bust, the transfer labeled too safe, the guy many doubted, was now walking across that stage in Detroit with a new title: first-round NFL draft pick. Selected 12th overall by the Denver Broncos. Not a gamble, not a long shot, but a cornerstone, a foundational piece for a franchise hungry for a leader. NFL scouts weren't dazzled by highlight reels or raw arm strength. What set Bo apart was something far more valuable, far more rare. Bo's calm precision, his ability to stay poised under pressure, is what turned the tide. He didn't just play smart, he played with a quiet confidence that unsettled defenses and changed the narrative. This isn't just about talent, it's about heart, grit, and the kind of resilience that legends are made of. Bo Nix proved he's not just a player to watch, he's a force to reckon with. So now I want to hear from you. Did Bo Nix silence the doubters? Has he earned his place among the greats? Or is there still a mountain left to climb? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your voice matters. And if stories of underdog triumphs, fierce determination, and raw talent inspire you, don't just watch from the sidelines. Be part of this journey. Hit that subscribe button now and join the community where every comeback story gets told, every challenge gets met, and every moment counts. Because with Bo Nix, the story is far from over.